Listen to me carefully. 2026 is not the year to be quiet, cautious, or comfortable. You've played small long enough. You've lowered your standards, dimmed your light, and talked yourself out of greatness because you were scared of failing, scared of judgment, scared of standing alone. But hear this, asterisk, asterisk, you owe it to you to stop shrinking. Asterisk, asterisk, nobody benefits when you hide your potential, not your family, not your future, not even the people you're trying to please. Playing small feels safe, but it's actually the most dangerous place to live. When you stay in your comfort zone, your dreams start to suffocate. You wake up every day feeling tired, not because you worked hard, but because you're not living in alignment with who you're supposed to be. Deep down, you already know there's more inside you. That frustration you feel, that restlessness, that's greatness knocking, asking to be let out. Let me tell you something real. Asterisk, asterisk, fear doesn't mean stop, it means grow. Asterisk, asterisk, every level of success requires a new version of you. The reason you feel uncomfortable stepping up is because the old you can't survive where you're headed. And that's okay. You don't owe the world a smaller version of yourself. You owe the world, and more importantly, yourself, the real thing. In 2026, stop asking asterisk, what if I fail, asterisk, and start asking asterisk, what if I don't try, asterisk, because regret is heavier than failure. Failure teaches, failure sharpens, failure builds character, but regret haunts. Regret whispers every night, asterisk, you could have been more, asterisk, and you owe it to yourself not to live with that voice. Playing small often looks like waiting for the perfect time, the perfect resources, or the perfect support. Let me break it to you, asterisk, asterisk, perfect never shows up. Asterisk, asterisk, you start where you are, with what you have, and you grow from there. Stop waiting for validation. Stop waiting for applause. Champions don't wait to be believed in. They believe first, then the world catches up. You've survived things that were meant to break you. You've walked through storms that should have taken you out. And after all that, you're telling me you're still doubting yourself. No. In 2026, you owe it to you to recognize your strength. Confidence isn't arrogance, it's honoring the work you've already survived. Understand this, when you play small, you teach people how to treat you. When you step up, you set a new standard. Some people won't like the new you, and that's fine. Growth will cost you comfort, and sometimes it will cost you company. But staying small will cost you your purpose. So speak louder, dream bigger, set goals that scare you. Walk into rooms knowing you belong there. Stop apologizing for wanting more. Stop explaining your vision to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Asterisk, asterisk, you owe it to you to rise even if you have to rise alone. Asterisk, asterisk, 2026 is calling for the bold version of you. Not the hesitant one, not the maybe later one, the one who finally decides, asterisk, I'm done hiding, asterisk, fire, asterisk, asterisk, stop playing small. Step up, 2026 deserves the full you. Asterisk, asterisk, fire, listen, 2026 is not about competing with anybody else. Forget what they're doing. Forget their pace, their progress, their opinions. Asterisk, asterisk, the real competition is who you were yesterday. Asterisk, asterisk, and if you keep showing up in 2026 with the same habits, the same excuses, and the same effort, you'll end up with the same result. You owe it to you to demand more from yourself. Let's be honest, you already know where you've been lazy. You know the mornings you hit snooze when you should have been up. You know the days you said, I'll start tomorrow. You know the goals you talked about but never touched. This isn't about shame. It's about truth. Growth begins when excuses end. In 2026, you owe it to yourself to stop lying to yourself. Outworking your old self doesn't mean burnout. It means asterisk asterisk, discipline asterisk asterisk. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline shows up even when you're tired, bored, or uninspired. Champions don't feel like doing it every day. They do it anyway. They understand that success is rented, and the rent is due every single day. No days off from standards. You want a different life. Then you need different routines. Wake up earlier. Protect your time, cut distractions. Replace scrolling with studying, complaining with planning, and wishing with working. Every small decision compounds. The extra hour you invest today becomes the advantage you live with tomorrow. You don't need a miracle. You need consistency. Let me say this clearly. Asterisk asterisk, comfort is the enemy of progress. Asterisk asterisk, your old self loves comfort. Your old self wants easy, quick, and convenient, but nothing great is built in comfort zones. Pressure builds diamonds. Resistance builds strength. When it gets hard, don't run. Lean in. That discomfort is proof you're growing beyond who you used to be. Outworking your old self also means raising your standards. What you tolerate will never change. If you keep allowing laziness, distractions, and negative influences in your life, they'll keep controlling your future. In 2026, you owe it to yourself to be ruthless with your standards. Not everybody deserves access to you. Not everything deserves your energy. There will be days you don't see results. Days you work hard and nothing seems to move. That's where most people quit. But understand this. Asterisk asterisk, results lag behind effort. Asterisk asterisk, the work is planting seeds. Just because you can't see growth doesn't mean nothing is happening underground. Trust the process. Stay consistent. Keep showing up. You don't need to be extreme. You need to be committed. One workout won't change your body. One late night won't build your dream, but repeated effort over time, that changes everything. Small disciplines done daily create massive outcomes. That's how average people become unstoppable. At the end of 2026, the question won't be asterisk, did you have enough time? Asterisk, the question will be asterisk, did you use the time you had? Asterisk, we all get 24 hours. The difference is how we invest them. You owe it to yourself to look back and say, asterisk, I didn't waste this year. Asterisk, so when it's early and nobody's watching, work. When it's hard and you feel like quitting work. When progress is slow and doubt creeps in work. Fire asterisk asterisk, outwork your old self. Earn the life your future self is waiting for. Asterisk asterisk, fire, hear me, and hear me clearly. You cannot step into 2026 carrying the weight of what hurt you in the past and expect to move fast. Pain is heavy, bitterness is heavy, unforgiveness is heavy. Asterisk asterisk, you owe it to you to heal, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. Asterisk asterisk, let's be real. Some of what you went through wasn't fair. You were betrayed, you were overlooked, you were broken by people you trusted. And yes, it hurt, deep, but staying wounded doesn't punish them, it only delays you. Every time you replay old pain, you're giving your future away to a past that can't be changed. And you owe it to yourself to stop paying that price. Healing doesn't mean pretending it didn't happen. Healing means refusing to let it control you anymore. Strength isn't ignoring the pain. Strength is facing it, processing it, and deciding, asterisk, this will not define me. Asterisk, you can't rewrite your story, but you can choose how the next chapter reads. A lot of people say they want success, but they're emotionally stuck. They're chasing new levels with old wounds. That doesn't work. Asterisk asterisk, unhealed pain leaks. Asterisk asterisk, it shows up in your confidence, your focus, your relationships, your discipline. If you don't deal with what hurt you, you'll keep reacting instead of responding. In 2026, you owe it to yourself to be emotionally mature, not emotionally reactive. Letting go is hard because pain becomes familiar. Sometimes it's all you know, but familiar doesn't mean healthy. You've outgrown some chapters, and it's time to close the book. Stop reopening pages that keep you stuck. What's done is done. What's lost is lost. What hurt you doesn't get to decide where you're going. Forgiveness is not weakness. It's freedom. Forgiveness is saying, asterisk, you don't control me anymore. Asterisk, it's cutting the rope that keeps pulling you backward. You can forgive and still set boundaries. You can release people and still move forward. Healing is not reconciliation. Healing is release. In 2026, you owe it to yourself to stop reliving the worst moments of your life. You survived them. That alone proves your strength. Stop asking why it happened and start asking what it taught you. Pain either breaks you or builds you. The choice is yours. And listen, healing takes time. Don't rush it. Don't compare your process to anyone else's. Progress isn't linear. Some days you'll feel strong. Some days the memories will hit hard. That doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. Keep going anyway. You deserve clarity. You deserve peace. You deserve a mind that's focused on the future, not trapped in the past. Your next level requires emotional space. And you can't create that space while holding on to resentment, regret, or self-blame. So let it go, the guilt, the anger, the disappointment, the version of you that stayed too long, trusted too much, or waited too late. Forgive yourself too. You did the best you could with what you knew then. Now you know better, and you can do better. Fire asterisk asterisk in 2026. Choose healing over hurting, growth over grudges, and peace over pride. You owe it to you. Asterisk asterisk fire, listen to me. Dreams unfinished are promises broken to yourself. And there's no worse feeling than knowing you had the potential, the opportunity, and the time, but didn't follow through. Asterisk asterisk in 2026, you owe it to you to become a finisher. Asterisk asterisk, not a starter, not a talker, a finisher. A lot of people love the beginning. The excitement, the motivation, the applause, but the middle, the grind, the boredom, that's where most people quit. The difference between winners and everyone else isn't talent, it's endurance. Winners keep going when the feelings fade. They understand that commitment matters more than motivation. Be honest with yourself. How many goals have you started and abandoned? How many plans did you walk away from because it got hard, slow, or uncomfortable? Every unfinished goal chips away at your self-trust. And when you stop trusting yourself, confidence collapses. You owe it to yourself to rebuild that trust, one finished goal at a time. Finishing what you start is about identity. It's about becoming the kind of person who follows through no matter what. When you finish, you tell your mind, asterisk, I can be trusted, asterisk, and once your mind believes that, your confidence skyrockets. Discipline becomes natural, doubt loses its power. Let me tell you something powerful. Asterisk, asterisk, talent opens doors, but finishing keeps them open. Asterisk, asterisk, the world is full of talented people who never completed anything meaningful. Ideas don't change lives, execution does. Vision doesn't build results, completion does. In 2026, stop collecting ideas and start collecting results. There will be resistance, days you feel tired, days you question yourself, days you wonder if it's even worth it. That's not a sign to quit. That's the test. Every breakthrough sits on the other side of perseverance. The pain you feel while finishing is temporary, but the pride of completion lasts forever. Finishing also requires focus. You can't finish everything at once. Too many people quit because they're scattered, starting 10 things and completing none. Simplify, choose what matters most and give it your full effort. Progress isn't about doing more, it's about finishing what you committed to. And listen, finishing doesn't mean perfect. Perfection is a lie that keeps people stuck. Finished is better than flawless. Done is better than delayed. Stop waiting for ideal conditions. Work with what you have. Improve as you go. Momentum comes from action, not overthinking. You owe it to yourself to push through the messy middle, to show up when nobody is clapping, to keep grinding when results are slow. Because one day, all those quiet efforts will speak louder than any excuse you ever made. Imagine standing at the end of 2026, looking back with pride instead of regret, knowing you didn't quit, knowing you kept your word to yourself, knowing you became the person who finishes. That feeling, that's earned. And it's worth every sacrifice. So finish the course, finish the project, finish the goal, finish the year strong. Stop quitting on yourself, stop starting over, asterisk, asterisk, finish. Asterisk, asterisk, fire, asterisk, asterisk, in 2026. Let your results speak. You owe it to you to finish what you start. Asterisk, asterisk, fire.